Welcome back to the Loveland Report and Loan Ranger Show, Central Florida's most listened to real estate and mortgage show in the universe. I think it's the most listened to
oldest.
Oldest, longest, best running. I got some listings real quick I want to go through. We talk about this is the time to buy. These are great prices on these homes. Starter prices actually below the median price. I've got one in Royal Harbor, which is a 55 and better community in Tibbys. $310,000, fresh carpet, wood floors, new paint. 1,600 square feet for a 3-2, very low homeowners dues. They take care of the exterior lawn work for you. I've got a great starter home. I know for a fact this owner will pay for a buy down, probably do a 2-1 buy down. And that's $359,000. It's a probate listing, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,500 square feet, all tile throughout, no carpet. You're on a pond. Great little starter home, great little rental property for $359,000 on that one. I've got a duplex. Now, this would be great for your DSCR, Bruce. Mm-hmm. This property will throw off about $4,000 a month in rent. It's a duplex in Longwood, totally renovated, fresh cabinets, fresh tile, fresh flooring, 5 bedrooms, 2 baths. Excuse me. Actually, we got to change that. That's got to get fixed. 1,900 square feet total. And one side's a 2-2, one side's a 3-2. And this is in Longwood, right by the Sunrail station. You cannot find a duplex this price, Bruce, unless it needs a bunch of work. So, this is Longwood, the Seminole County Schools. It's a $499,000.
Okay, and you get both sides.
And both sides probably throw off you're going to make about over $4,000 a month in rent. Take out your expenses. You're making about $40,000 a year on that.
That's pretty good.
So that's very good. I've got one in 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,000 square feet with a 1-car garage, $358,000, and that's right by 436 and the 408. Total renovation, all modern, redone. And then I've got a townhome in Lake Nona, 1,400 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths with a 1-car garage. This community is great. It's a gated community, all kinds of amenities, everything in the world to do. Basketball, pickleball, clubhouse, lakefront dock, lakefront boat ramp for $380,000. So give me a call if you want to take a look at any of these. These are all of those homes are right at or below the median price, except for the duplex. You could live in one side, rent the other.
Absolutely.
407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com.
Yeah, or if you'd like to call the Loan Arranger, get your mortgage started. We're doing mortgages for first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, downsize buyers, construction loans, you name it, we got it. Doing lots of business with Trinity Family Builders. They've got several communities, and they're getting ready to open up a few more. So if you're looking for new construction, you want your closing costs paid, you can get homes from the mid-3s all the way up to the mid-6s. Depending on where you want to live and what price point you want to be in. But call me if you'd like to see any of the Trinity Family Builders homes, or go to webringyouhome.com. Also over in Lakeland, we've got Southern Homes. We're doing lots of transactions for them right now. Great builder. Love working with them. Southern Homes over in Lakeland. Call the Loan Arranger. You'll get your closing costs paid. They'll pay your buy down. They'll do construction perms. They'll build on your own lot. You name it, they got it. And that's Southern Homes, and that's in Lakeland. Call the Loan Arranger at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144, or webringyouhome.com.
All right, got a little comment here for you. This is kind of funny, Bruce.
I love these.
This tells me that we need a new agent. Okay, Sean Hannity. He moved to Florida. Big Fox News host on the radio.
Yep. Everybody that listens
on DBO
to this show
had a bidding war on his house in Long Island. He sold his New York home. He moved to Florida.
Right.
Had a bidding war. He was $13.7 million.
For his
had a bidding war.
So
2 things from that. You can get a bidding war if you're priced right, even if you're a mega luxury home. And the other thing I think would come from that is you and I need a new agent. Because we are not living in a $12 million home.
No, we're not.
Obviously, now we haven't been on the radio as long as him.
I don't need a $12 million home.
I don't either. I
really don't.
But I could definitely use some more.
Matter of fact, if I won $100 million, I would not move out of the home I'm in right now. I love it just fine. I'm just fine where I'm at.
Yep. So I just thought that was hilarious. So it's like, okay, I need a new agent.
What did he buy? How much?
He bought down in West Palm. I want to say it was 30 or 40 million. I remember seeing.
Gracious.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of money in.
He'll be down there with Don.
He is. I think he's right there. So anyway, but I saw this home. His home in Long Island sold for $12.7 million to a fan, and all the furniture, books, and everything. So the price ended up being over $13 million. But I just thought that was hilarious. That I definitely need a new agent.
Yeah.
So definitely, I've been on the radio almost.
Well, either that or sell more houses.
And I make zero. I still pay for this show.
You
anyway,
have to sell a lot of houses to make that kind of money.
This privilege is just being on the radio to give you guys your real estate and mortgage news. I can't. I've been doing it like 28 years now. I'm like my 28th year on doing this. So I really appreciate it. We're out here full time for you. If you have any real estate questions, you have a real estate plan, or you want to make one, call me 407-352-8118. I just help some people that know they'll be moving at the end of this year. We talked about what to do to the house. I just talked to a buyer who's in a lease for 6 months. I helped him with a plan. You're working on his credit to get his credit score up. We're talking about paying off a jet ski or getting rid of it, getting the truck payment gone, things like that, so he can afford more home, because right now he just can't afford what he likes. He's got, champagne taste in the Budweiser budget.
Yep.
So those kinds of things. I help people with that all the time. And on rentals, Bruce, I want to go back real quick like that. I want to talk about the DSCR, then I got some news on rentals.
Okay.
The DSCR, that duplex I had.
Okay.
So that has both sides of that duplex are rented. It's going to make about $4,300 a month.
You mean that'll gross that?
It'll gross that. So what's the payment going to be if I do a DSCR?
Well, I would have to run that payment. I can't just spit out a payment. I'm a pretty sharp.
But let's
guy
say the payment on that with the down payment is.
So you're going to need to put down 25% for a duplex on an investment property with good credit. But here's the DSCR. This is what I think your question is what is a DSCR and how does it work? So a DSCR is really designed for people that want to buy investment properties. They're not for primary residences. They're only for investment properties, but they're not showing the income on their tax returns, or they don't want to provide income, one of the two. So what we do is when we do the appraisal, we get the appraiser to tell us how much would the rent be on that home. And they're looking at it just like an appraisal. Mm-hmm. So they would say the average rent, and it's long-term rent, not short-term rent.
Yep.
However, we do short-term rental DSCRs, but those are on another scale altogether.
Really? I didn't. So another product you had, I didn't know about.
Product I've got. Recently came up with that product. Great. And we really worked on it because no other lender had it, but we're like, hey, what about these neighborhoods that all have short-term rental? The rents are different there. So we came up with a program to accommodate it. But going back to the conversation, a DSCR means that I'm going to take the rental income that can be received on that property, and as long as it is equal to or greater than your mortgage payment, that's all you need to qualify as far as income goes. That's all you need. I don't need to see tax returns, pay stubs, nothing. Go 1099s. That's it.
Okay. So another question for you. Owner owns a property outright cash, an investment property. Can they do a cash out DSCR?
Absolutely.
Really?
We do them all the time. Matter of fact, I just did 3 of them for
or let's
Canadian.
Say to knock out a hard money loan at 12%. And the rates on these DSCRs run what? Are they around 8?
High 7s, mid 8s, depending on credit score.
All right.
Yeah. So absolutely. If you got a hard money loan, these are really popular with investors. They don't mind a little higher interest rate for less headaches. Or a lot of these investors, they're realtors. And so, hey, Cleve does his taxes every year. He does them the right way. But a lot of real estate agents, they're behind on their taxes. Yep. They don't pay their taxes. They're writing everything off. So for people that do that, because I don't care if you do that or not, that's your business. Write off whatever you want to. But if you're not claiming the income, you need a product that's going to accommodate you. And then for other folks that you could buy investment or primary residence, you can do a bank statement program. So instead of looking at your tax returns and your pay stubs, we would look at your bank statements for your business, and we would add up all the deposits over the last 12 months, and we'll use 50% of that as income. So if you got $40,000 a month coming into your business, I'll use $20,000 a month in income. How do you like that?
I like that. And then
so we do a lot of bank statement programs too.
And my next point about property management, rental properties. If you want to get top dollar rent, they need to look like top dollar houses. They need to look like the builder's model. If your rental property looks like a crime scene, you're going to get criminals wanting to rent it. And this is where people, I mean, and Bruce, people bring me this.
And that goes the same for when you're selling a home too.
It does.
Cleaning it up and reorganizing it. Maybe, just take somebody like Cleve's advice so that you can get the house staged properly.
But top dollar. And then also what I see is when landlords don't make repairs, or they tell the tenant, I tell the tenant to fix anything under $50. Well, you know what happens when that tenant's gone? You have 50 problems that cost less than $50 to fix, and the house is beat up. So fix things right, make them feel like they're staying at a nice Marriott or a JW Marriott or a Ritz-Carlton. They will stay longer, they will pay more rent, and you will make more money off your investment property.
Absolutely.
Keep them looking nice. That's the way to make your investment perform and be semi-passive, I call it. Or it's like the Army. Launch your missile and forget about it. Fire it and forget about it. I barely talk to my landlords, Bruce, unless I see them at one of our client functions.
Right. I don't even talk to my tenants that often unless they need something.
You take care of it. Take care of it quick.
If I get a phone call, it's like, the air conditioner went out. Okay, I'll send an AC guy out there. Most of the time, it's just sucking out the drain hole, right?
Yeah.
So, but I get a phone call like that, but very seldom do I. A lot of people are nervous about being a landlord. I personally have had a great experience and I don't spend a lot of time doing it. But if it does make you nervous, then call Cleve. He'll take care of it all for you. You don't have to do anything. Now, when you get a potential tenant, are you pulling credit on them?
Oh, yeah. We do a background check. We do a eviction check. We do income check. If you're looking for let's say 2,500 rent's probably the average rent in Orlando now. 2,500 rent, I'm looking for over $7,000 a month in income. And we document all this. What's funny, Bruce, is I get like 20 people applying to be on a rental, and they will, when we send them our 2 pages of rules, and we tell them we're going to meet them there Friday afternoon at 3, because I want them all tripping over each other to go, oh my God, I better rent this before it's gone.
Right.
When we send out our 2 pages of rules and regs about what's going on and how much money we need and how much deposit we charge for pets and what kind of dogs we won't allow and how there's a late fee on the property and you got to pay by the 5th, about 15, 20% show up, which is good. We just lost all the problem children.
Right.
And then the ones that are left are the good applicants that put in an application to get the property rented. And I also don't want the people that are kicking tires saying, well, I might rent something at the end of September. No, I get my properties rented. I've got a very low vacancy rate. They tell you to expect like 10%. I'm about 5%, maybe a week or two.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I'm preparing. If the tenant says they're not staying, we're showing it before the old tenant's gone, as long as they're not slobs. But we're showing it right as soon as that property is available to show. We're showing it. I mean, time is money, and that's what a lot of people don't realize with a rental property. So call me if you got any questions on that at 407-352-8118. Or somebody having a nightmare problem with a tenant and a rental property, have them call me.
Or you want to become a landlord, call us. We'll give you all the tools.
Leapfrog this Wednesday.
6:30. Go to WeBringYouHome.com. Register. It's going to be live and in person in Tibbys in Winter Park, right off of Aloma Avenue near the Winter Park Hospital. If you would like to get started on your application, I think this is a good time to do it. You have nothing to lose. I'll do a soft credit pull. We were going to find out what your buying power is. We can help you fix credit issues if you have them. Go to WeBringYouHome.com, or call or text me now at 407-250-9144, 407-250-9144. I think a lot of people that are first-time home buyers are just a little nervous and reluctant to get the process started because maybe they feel like somebody's going to tell them, oh, you can't do this or you don't qualify. Listen, everyone qualifies when you call me. You might not qualify today.
Yet. Yes, or you might not qualify the house you want, but let's figure out what
I will guarantee you, I will give you a roadmap on what you need to do to become a homeowner. I guarantee you there's no one out there, even if you filed foreclosure yesterday, I will find a way to help you get into a home. And you can do that.
Which brings in my next article. Foreclosures, they said, are skyrocketing.
Yeah,
and they're up like 0.001%. So what is that? They said like in Florida, there was 1 out of every 26 homes. Isn't that like 0.0026%?
I don't know, but I don't see any foreclosures.
I just ridiculous. There aren't any out there, but if you need help, the main thing is to get a plan. Most people they're scared. Oh, I got to work on my credit. I got to do this. I got to do that. We've surprised some people. You've surprised some people saying, no, you're good to go on this. All right. So call me at 407-352-8118 or go to cleveloveland.com. Bruce?
Yeah. Or call the loan arranger, Bruce Woodburn, 35 years in the mortgage business and right here in your backyard to help you. 407 250-9144 or webringyouhome.com. Register at webringyouhome.com. Look at my events page. You'll see all of our classes up and running. Cleve and I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Loan Ranger radio show. We've got some things to talk about: interest rates and the 10 cities that will become unaffordable. You're going to want to hear this.